Hi there, Yarnchix. Welcome to a Yarnchix News episode, which is a very short overview of what's coming to the channel, what's coming to my pages, and maybe Etsy shop. I've got to see about the lighting. That's better. I do these every other month, so this would have been the October-November version, and it's the very last day of October, so happy Halloween and happy Samhain. I'm in Berlin and it's very rainy this weekend. We had a couple of kids come around and ask for a treat already, which was nice, but it's kind of strange because of the pandemic. I'm also homesick and went for a corona test last week, so I think I'm gonna find out tomorrow. Today is the first day I feel better or normal again, and I guess I just had some kind of head cold or flu or whatever bug it was, but because I work in local yarn stores I have to have it checked out and verify, because I work with a lot of humans of all ages, and I just think it's also fair. With my colleagues we kind of have a deal that when we're sick we're not gonna work, because I don't know how is it your job if you go to work that people tend to push through, you know, the seasons. If you've got a little cold you just carry on going to work and then rest on the weekend, and that is not really a habit to indulge in this pandemic. So I'm excited to feel better, because it means it probably was just a head cold, like I said in one of my Instagram posts. I had 3 or 4 rough days, so I'm happy to feel normal again and be busy making, especially because the kids went out with their dad and bought loads of pumpkins. So we've got a very good spooky pumpkin from my middle son. He took a lot of time. He's very, I don't know, artistic or creative, and I'm gonna do this one in a bit. I've had a little helper draw on some kind of face, so I'm gonna carry on with that and maybe show how it looks like with a little lighting for you here. So what's coming is I have a whole lot of small ish products lined up for the Etsy shop, which I haven't got any samples for yet, but I've ordered things, and you might be able to guess it's the end of the year, so the Yarnchix calendar will be back. It's got a bit of a twist to it. There's a little change that's come from feedback and input from some of you, so I'm excited to share about that. I guess in the next podcast I will have that ready. I have some pins coming and other little treats and surprises for kind of seasonal presents, so I hope that there's something there that you enjoy. I've been kind of clawing away at it, as well as scanning in and making digital versions of the zine. I hope by the end of November, so at the end of this period, end of November, mid-December, all the digital zines should be uploaded. I have started a PayHip shop for that, so that people who've never had a zine could just go there and buy it and read it on one of their screens. And also for my subscribers here to have the opportunity to have it for free on their screen, also like back copies. So I would really appreciate if my Patreon subscribers message me with the issues they want to have as virtual or online versions. I would work on them first, and I'm thinking that you should just message me on Patreon and I will email you the files directly, because it's a free item for all Patreon subscribers, zines 1 till 6. in their digital versions will be free. I'm excited to work away. It's generally something I do on the weekends, and this weekend I didn't manage to do any because of my headache. So let's see. I think I'm gonna just carry on, and as they appear, they will be there. They will be available. But you're very, very welcome to message me with your wishes. What else? The blog and vlog will carry on with these kind of knitterly treats and make-along treats. I know that some of the content has started to be free, but that is mainly because I want to have this dedicated space for community make-alongs, like the Magic 3 make-along, to be free of charge and available for those who are partaking. Hence we've got this amazing series of mini interviews. I will have just posted also the latest one, which is, I think, Louisa's second set. She's already finished 2 sets, and I think she's even working on a third, so I'm very excited to share that. There was a really nice one last Sunday, which I really enjoyed, talking to my friend Nina from Norway. There was a post from Norway as well with Vibeke, and we had Lika's set, and I'm gonna just put little photos here so you have a bit of an overview of who was there. The vlog will have more little kind of glimpses, like the recent travel vlog, which was a local one to our Bauwagen. I hope you enjoyed that, but I'm gonna go back in time because I just found out that Swiss Yarn Festival 2021 had to be cancelled, and I still have all the footage and stuff to make my travel vlog for that, so I will do that. Plus my podcasting tips and tricks might come back. If you're interested, please let me know if there is any topics or questions you have considering that. That's blog and vlog. There is some foodie stuff, and you know, it's kind of like a seasonal comfy recipe and tips and tricks with podcasting. I've already said that. And then on the zine front, I'm hoping to finish in November the next one. Yes, there is gonna be a Yarnchix zine number 8. It's all to do with DIY, do it yourself. Is the topic of the new zine that I've been working on already for a while, and I have some contributions, but it's mainly gonna be, brace yourself, make your own zine. So it will give you tips and tricks, and it will show a couple of techniques. It will potentially also talk about my experience or how I came into this kind of whole zine making and what kind of art form it is. So both kind of backdrop, history, stories about Priliebe, about the idea that people pay what they can afford, which is like sliding scale pricing basically. Where if you feel like you've got enough money left that month, you can, you know, pay the highest amount of money. But if you're from a low income, or you've recently had enough expenses and you can't afford paying the fullest price, you pay the kind of lowest price. And it is a part of the whole subcultural and anti-capitalist way of zine making, or zine selling, or zine publishing. So it is obviously part of my zine as well. The cheapest way for now will be having it digital, because I know it is, you know, not as nice as holding the paper and the real version, but it's kind of, you know, the content is there, so I might as well share it as with the pandemic, anything that can be digital could be digital, should be digital. Might better be off being digital at the moment, with mail systems kind of sometimes working, sometimes not. And yeah, I'm excited that I have taken that step and taught myself, and I'm really slowly getting there. Okay, that would be like zine news. And then after that, yes, there will be a zine number 9 this year. Yeah, you will have your 3 zines this year, because I've had a really good idea about December special. So I'm excited to announce that in the next Yarnchix News. But yes, lots of zine making from me. I'm happy that I'm excitedly creative and making my own stuff, which, even though I'm busy working in the wool shops right now because the season has started, I seem to have found those pockets of time to create and make. I still haven't really managed to do much sewing or knitting when it comes to the Magic 3 Mile for the kids as planned, but I am kind of taking my time with that. It's obviously working a lot means I haven't got that much time for crafting, but it will come together. I'm slowly working on it, and as part of the coming together thing, I will have recorded and shared a Zenist podcast. There is I think 6 Zenist podcasts per year, so I think there's a couple more coming this year, and it's kind of the in-between podcast after my monthly knitting and crafting and mending podcast. There is one specialist podcast which you can watch over on Patreon via the Zenist tier. Yeah, I think that's about it with the news for now. I am wearing a new finished object, which I will be so excited to share more about. I wear it a lot. It's the Plover cardigan by Jacqueline Cieslak, and it was first published in the Making Zine publication. It is now available as a single download, and I actually bought the sister pattern, which is the Osprey pullover or sweater, which has also got this semi-brioche but obviously no button band. I'm excited to knit that at some point because I really enjoyed knitting this and I super love wearing it, so might as well. I like knitting things twice when you kind of have found a rhythm and the enjoyment of a pattern. It's kind of good to carry on in that mode. That's what I feel like. Yeah, sock October wise, I have got, well, let's say 3/4 of a sock with this super yummy, delicious Aveta sock yarn, which is by Ficolana. I'm knitting the forest fruit socks. And I've recently knitted on the foot while I was watching movies with the kids, like today and yesterday. Oh, there's a bit of a nobble, but never mind. I mean, they're socks. They will be so good to finish, but there's no way I'm gonna finish 2 socks this month, and I have quite a lot of mending of socks still on my kind of agenda for the weekend, but it's kind of already drifting away. Who knows if I will manage, but I always dream to get it all done in one sitting. I'm also knitting, and I've got quite far on the contrast cowl. The contrast cowl pattern is by Josh Moll, and I'm using a Plover yarn and Kindred Red yarn, which Sweet Nana sent me, and the Plover yarn was a birthday present for my 40th, so a while back. and I decided to make it quite narrow. I wonder if actually it's gonna end up being a kid's loop, then I'll join. I've got to try it out, like maybe kind of stitch it and see if it goes over my head fine, because I'm a bit worried. See how tight it is, but I want it to be kind of like a hood and then go wider and looser on the neck, because I sometimes need a kind of spontaneous hat. It might work. It might actually work. So I'm kind of plodding away on that. It's my travel knitting or community knitting project that I hold. And I've got quite far with the Slip-Stravaganza, which is a Stephen West mystery knit along. I'm going to show that at the very end, so you've had a warning if you want it to be a secret. I'm going to have that as the kind of outro and show a bit of a close-up of that to not spoil it for you in case you're knitting along and you're a bit further behind, but I doubt it because I'm super far behind. I'm on clue 2, section 3. He's kind of divided into 4 different clues or times of clues, but different sections. I think in total there's 5 or 6 sections. Yeah, so I'm in section 3 now and I'm excited and enjoying it. This weekend, I think now, by the time I've edited this film, all the stash vent emails should have gone out. Oh, I can't believe lots of people registered. There is, I think, 35 of us in total, and we're swapping advent calendars that we make from our stash. The sign up is now closed, so if you watch this and you're like, oh, shoot, I wish I would have done that, and I always wanted to have a swap and I've missed this opportunity. I thought I'd just say, look, our stash event, it could be like last year. A couple of us just made our own advent calendars for ourselves from our stash. You kind of just mix up the bags after you've packed them and then label them with the days. So you basically surprise yourself from your own stash treats, and it was such fun. I'm going to get the cowl that I knitted then to show you. So this is the Catman cowl by Morgan and Katenberg, and it's really nice and I really love it, and I just use lots of different yarns from my stash. You might have seen in the close-up some of them, like this is actually this yarn. So this is a DK weight, and then I've got some sock yarns that I then ended up holding double. Again, this Latvian braid is a DK. Here there are some kind of lace weight yarns that I ended up holding double. So I was just kind of experimenting with how I'm holding the yarn, and I was surprising myself with all sorts of yarn weights and colours. I knew I wanted to do this colour work colour, so I actually made bags with 2 colors every day so that I would have a contrast color to choose from, because I didn't know what I was going to get. It worked out so well. I have lots of leftovers still from then, and yeah, I'm super happy with the result from what I made myself last year. So all this big kind of detour to say you could make your own stash event for yourself and surprise yourself and join our little chatter for Stash Event 2020. The swappies will start now to make their advent calendars. I'm gonna start mine and send it off ASAP, because I do really want to make sure that my swap friend receives their advent calendar before the 1st of December. That's really important. Yeah, it's exciting time, because it's the period where we all kind of cozy up at home and make more time for making. I think it's because it's dark earlier, and it's a nice feeling to be home and be making. It's the season for it, and so I enjoy getting stuck in and having lots of ideas how to make alongside my friends. Ooh, I wonder if I forgot anything now. If not, I don't think you will mind. Magic 3 Mile carries on running until 1st December. The contrast cowl knit along is open-ended. I will just draw a little winner and send a price out around New Year's Eve. And stash rent is happening. I'm so excited. I already saw people sharing like their first stash dive moments, and I went and stash dived, and I already got out 2 sock yarns that I will pack up, so I'm excited to have a bit of a brief from my swap partner. And yeah, I hope you have a really good day, that you're home safe and healthy, that you don't have too many worries looming, and plenty of time for making. Yeah, I'm excited to welcome you to my channel. There will be a podcast really early on in November, because I was quite late in October. I thought I'll do an early November or mid-November proper podcast, and I will have plenty of Instagram action. My phone recently broke, and I realized how much I missed it, because I couldn't like people's things. I couldn't take part and communicate as much as I usually do. So I was like, oh God, I'm a bit of an Instagram addict. Well, at least I know. And I learned to kind of deal with it when I can't. And yeah, but I missed it. I missed seeing what people are up to, and seeing what they write. I think the algorithm is like a beast at the moment. It feels like I'm missing so much of my friends' actual creative output, but never mind. I sometimes make an effort to go and seek everyone out and look at everything you've been up to and seeing your whole feed, and that's actually really nice. I probably forgot stuff today, but I feel like showing you a glimpse of the stash-stravaganza mystery knit along. It was a little bit of my secret shawl action, and yeah, and I feel like filming the zenist so that I can get going with that. Thank you so much for your time, and yeah, scoot off if you do not want to see any of my stash-stravaganza. And more toys, I've got everything ready here. More toy and toy making stuff will be filmed in this little corner like this. See you again soon, bye!